Hey guys, Wet Movie One back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. Are you guys ready? I know I sure am. Only a small handful of things that I know of come out today on DVD and Blu-ray. One of which being Dunkirk on 4K and Blu-ray and everything like that today, which I thought was a pretty decent film. I did a review on that in my last Hoarding Up video. But another one that came out today, it was called the Leatherface movie. Another, prequel film to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise came out today, which was kind of just a bleh, installment into that franchise. And another film came out today starring Jake Gyllenhaal called Stronger. Those are the only three films that I can think of at the moment that came out today. But I'm going to be heading on out to the usual spots today to see what kind of other cool things came out. Maybe hitting up something a little special today, because I think a place may be open today. I can hit up and see if I can find some cool movie deals over there. But also stay tuned to the end of this Hoarding Up video today for some more DVD and Blu-ray reviews and things like that. Well guys, over at my first destination of the day, the local swap meet, baby. And of course guys, the first table I come across in the swap meet is always this one that has like the sun-beaten, sun-drenched DVDs on it. That have been here for years, but sometimes they do have a couple of random things in here that are kind of cool, like the Margaret Cho Notorious CHO is one of Margaret Cho's funny specials, and of course Michael Ray Bauer's movie Evolution, man. But hopefully one day, pump up the volume, we'll get a Blu-ray release with some special features on it, because that'd be cool. And guys, check this out. If you want to rob a bank in style,
different style.
Yeah, the ghost face one right here, where like little face masks and everything like that. Like the ones you can like rob banks in. But like it'd be kind of cool to rob a bank or something in a ghost face mask, or even a Jason one. These are like one of a kind kind of things. They're only $5 a piece, so these are kind of cool, man. Came across a couple of boxes full of like DVDs and VHS tapes and everything like that. Trying to see if I can find anything cool in there. I believe this one, Nothing But Trouble, I believe came to Blu-ray recently, if I'm not mistaken. But I just gotta see if there's anything, decent in here. Because you never know if you can find anything kind of, rare, kind of cool or anything in swap meets and stuff. But you never really know. Supersize me. Well, it does seem a little busier than normal on a Tuesday. But yeah, still just walking through the swap meet. Not seeing a whole lot of movie stuff. Well guys, came across more stacks of DVDs in here, like Tenacious D and stuff. Still searching through things, trying to find the hidden gems, that could be in this place over here. I came across this VHS tape over here though. Old school Robin Hood Disney VHS. This is like an original clamshell case from what from my childhood here. It's kind of like one of those ones that if you open it may like break. Oh, you have to be careful with that, but that's really kind of cool. This is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time right here, but to see it in the old school case from my childhood, it's really kind of cool. Well guys, this is kind of random. Look what I came across over here. 50 cents a piece, but all these different DVDs and Blu-rays or what have you don't have the cases. They come in these little like red box kind of things, and this is like a whole table full of them. That it's decent price, 50 cents, but the collector in me is going, what? I want Short Circuit 2 with a case and everything. Oh no, I almost dropped it. But it's like a whole thing of that. Have you guys ever seen a swap meet place that has them all like that? Let me know. Well guys, getting out of the swap meet now. Didn't really find anything in here today. Well guys, over at the next destination of the day, and that is the local Best Buy, baby. Let's head up in there, see if they have anything cool. Well guys, in Best Buy right now, taking a look at some of the new releases that came out today. Still have some of the stuff from previous weeks on top over here. And it looks like they have the Lego Ninjago movie, which I didn't think came out today, but I didn't know Best Buy had an exclusive steelbook of it, which is kind of cool. I still haven't seen it yet. I kind of like the Lego Batman movie and the Lego movie itself, but this one should be cool. It's like, I think it has the voice talents of Jackie Chan and stuff in there. And here's another one that came out today that I talked about at the beginning of this video, Stronger, with Jake Gyllenhaal. I have a review of this one in last week's Hoarding Up video if you guys want to check it out. And of course Leatherface, the prequel film to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I thought this one was really kind of mediocre, but I know your horror fans are going to have to see it and check it out for yourself and everything like that. And of course the movie Mother, came out with Jennifer Lawrence and everything on Blu-ray and 4K and everything. This one was kind of one of those weird, confusing kind of movies. When I was watching it, I was getting kind of, I don't know, kind of annoyed when I was watching that one, to be honest. But the big release today was the Dunkirk. They have DVD, Blu-ray. They have their own exclusive steelbook version of the film, which looks really kind of cool. I like this cover a lot right here, but it's only for the Blu-ray and DVD. There's no 4K steelbook or anything, but you could get a 4K. And this is really cool, guys. The Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan ones, hit 4K today, and of course Batman Begins right here. I kind of like the covers on these ones. Of course, The Dark Knight is probably my favorite one of the trilogy right here, but of course it's probably a lot of people's favorite one. But it also comes in this trilogy pack right here on 4K, which is even cooler. But it's $89.99, and of course another Christopher Nolan movie came out on 4K. A lot of his films are coming out on 4K over the last week or so. But The Prestige is one of those films of his I've only ever seen like once. And guys, this was also released today. The Christopher Nolan box set collection has all the Batman movies, Inception, Prestige, and all that stuff in here. It looks really kind of cool. It's like a big 4K box set. I forgot how much it is. I don't see the price anywhere. No, wait. $154.99 for this beast of a set right here. Alright guys, at my next destination of the day, the local Target. Let's head on in, see if they have anything cool up in there. Well guys, over here at Target now, looking at the new release section. This is the new release kids section, and it looks like they have their own, lenticular slipcover here, a little exclusive one to Target, which is kind of cool. The steelbook at Best Buy is a little better, but if you're into lenticulars, this one is probably gonna be up your alley. And of course, these have the standalone DVD over here. But let's go over here and take a look at some of the other new releases that came out that they have. Of course, still have the Stranger Things up here. It looks like they have a hard time getting rid of them now or something. I don't know. But they have the Dunkirk ones. Doesn't look like there's any exclusives for that one over here at Target today. Of course, the Mother Blu-ray, which I can't really recommend to be honest. Of course, the Leatherface but that's all I'm really seeing this week is just those. Well, Target was a bust. All I got was some gum and some icebreakers. Over at the last stop of the day, the local GameStop. I'd never go in these places, but let's go in and see if they have anything cool. I'm in GameStop right now. What am I doing spending all this money for? What am I doing? What am I doing? Here you go, take my money. Just take it. Guys, what did I just do? Oh, what? I know you guys may be asking yourselves, what could be in this bag right here? I never go to GameStop. But when I went into GameStop, it was just by chance, just for the hell of it, because you guys know I don't normally go into places like that or anything. So I just went in there to ask a simple question, and when I walked up there, I'm like, I know this may seem like a stupid question, and then when I asked them, do you guys have this certain item? And the lady's like, beep, 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 beep. Oh yeah, we do. We happen to have one in stock. The Super NES Classic. How rare is this? Especially to find a week or two before Christmas. Like, come on now. Like, people are selling this for a couple $100 online, and I found it for retail price, a week or so before Christmas. This one has a handful of different, a bunch of different games on there. You guys all know I already have the Nintendo Classic, which I did a video with 90s, staying overnight outside of Best Buy and stuff. But I don't know, man. It's kind of cool to get my hands on one of these, because it's kind of rare and hard to find, and plus Nintendo doesn't really mass produce these. There's there's a lot of people that want it, they can't get it because they don't make enough of them, kind of thing. So it's just kind of cool that I'm able to just walk into a store going, hey, you happen to have one? They're like, sure. I'm like, oh, I'll take it off your hands. And then as I was buying it, there was like, a group of 2 other people coming in looking for the same thing. I'm like, oh shit, got it just in time. But guys, thank you so much for watching this Hoarding Up video today. Let's head on home for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews. Alright everyone, now on to the review portion of this video here. I got a handful of things here to talk to you guys about. First up over here from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, I got this sent to review for free, and that is the complete second season of Fuller House here on DVD. Of course, this is a Netflix original show, and they're putting them out on physical media. And when they do that, I'm just very happy because I just love Full House and growing up with the show, and then now watching the sequel series, Fuller House. And of course, this one right here takes place right after season 1 left off, and DJ is trying to make a decision. Is she going to stay with Matt, or is she gonna go with Steve? You know, her old long lost flame from the original show, and then of course all the hilarity ensues from there with her kids and different storylines interacting with different things going on. It still has the same feel and vibe as the original Full House show had, and I just really like it. It's really cheesy and cornbally and everything like that, just like the original show was. But in this on the set right here, you get all 13 episodes of season 2, and it's just really cool. I know you can watch the show in HD on Netflix and everything like that, but I just like having physical copies, of things I know I like and everything like that. Plus, I'm kind of like a hoarder, to be honest. And yeah, but if you're a fan of Fuller House, I really highly suggest this show. It's not as pandering as season 1 was. You know how season 1 of Fuller House, everyone was excited about it and stuff that were a fan of the original series. In this one, you don't get as much as as much callbacks to the original show, like cut it out and you got it, dude, and all that kind of stuff. You don't get it as much because in the first season of it, it felt like you got all those like one-liners and all that stuff just hammered to you, throughout that whole first season of Fuller House. You still get some of it in this season, but you just don't get as much of it, which I think is a good thing because they started branching off and doing kind of their own thing. You still get the original cast members back and coming in and out of random episodes and things, which I always like. But that's season 2 here of Fuller House on DVD. If you guys like the show, I just want to let you guys all know you can get your copies out there now. And next up over here from Disney, it's actually it's a Marvel TV show. It's also a Netflix original show, and that is Luke Cage, the complete first season here on Blu-ray. This is a show I heard of from a handful of you guys out there that watch my videos, and I just wanted to get my hands on one to check it out and everything. And okay, I'm not the biggest superhero fan out there. I love of course Spider-Man, Batman, Ant-Man, and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not like the super crazy over the top kind of superhero guy that knows all the ins and outs of things. So I've never heard of the character of Luke Cage before. He's a guy who lives in Harlem. He works at a barbershop, sweeping up hair, cleaning windows, and his other side job is working at this bar. But he has this really kind of crazy past. When a couple of years ago, he was beaten up and locked up in this weird room, and now he has this unimaginable power. Like he can get shot and bullets will fly right off him. People can stab him, nothing will happen. People can punch him in his face, and they'll break their wrists doing it. Like he has these really weird, not really weird, but really crazy kind of powers. But yet this is a real emotional drama kind of show that only you only get little tidbits, of his powers in this, which is cool. And you also get one of my favorite character actors of all time in this show, Alfred Woodard. Also, Rosario Dawson pops in here too, man. One of my top 5 favorite, celebrity crushes of all time is in here. But it's just, it's pretty much him that like I said, has works at a nightclub, washing dishes, and he also works in a barbershop and everything. And one day, one of the kids that's in the barbershop is like talking smack to him, and then later on, he sees that same kid with a gun going down the street, and crazy stuff starts happening, and bodies start ending up all over Harlem. And it's pretty much Luke Cage trying to figure out what's going on as he has different agents and different stuff on him. And there's also like a bad guy kingpin that's behind it all. It's actually a really fun show so far. I only watched like the 4 episodes of it so far, but I'm really digging it. The picture quality is really good, and I don't know, I like it. If I like this one, would I like Jessica Jones too? The guys let me know in the comments. I really dug this though. Season 1 of Luke Cage. And next up over here from Universal Home Entertainment is a new Tom Cruise film, and that is called American Made here on Blu-ray. I'm looking on the back here because I forgot the guy's name that the movie's based on, but in this film, it stars Tom Cruise as a guy who works for TWA, a flight, an airline, just as a pilot. He has a beautiful wife, a nice little family, but yet he gets offered a job to work for the CIA to fly over Nicaragua and different places to take pictures of like, you know, bad things that are going on in the drug trade. And then later on, he gets another offer from, you know, not Fidel Castro, Pablo Escobar, one of the biggest, you know, drug kingpins in the world at the time, to work with him to help bring drugs back, you know, over the border through planes and things, and just all the craziness that the character of Tom Cruise had to play in this. I keep forgetting the guy's name that the movie's based on. Doug Liman. No, Doug Liman's the director. I forgot the character's name now, but it was actually a really fun movie. Like I said, it stars Tom Cruise and it's from the same director as Edge of Tomorrow. And I don't know, I really kind of like it. It kind of felt like I was watching a documentary style film in some instances, but like it was also a heist film at the same time. Because there was parts of this movie where Tom Cruise's character is making all this money hand over fist, and he doesn't know where to put it, so he's like digging holes in his backyard. He's like, you know, having suitcases in his house everywhere. He has opening up multiple bank accounts and all this kind of stuff. I love movies that have to do with money. I thought this one was just a lot of fun, in my opinion, and it looks fantastic here on 4K. Just really, really pops and shines. But on this 4K Blu-ray right here, you get some deleted scenes. You get a conversation with Tom Cruise and the director talking about the making of the movie, and you also get what's it called? Barry Steele, I believe. Yeah, that's the character's name that Tom Cruise plays, is Barry Steele. You also get, you know, like a little like more behind the scenes on like what really happened, because it's based on a true story. But that's American made here on 4K. Definitely check it out. I really like that one. But this next one right here, I didn't like that much. It's from Lionsgate Home Entertainment, and that is called Friend Request here on Blu-ray. This one is kind of sort of like the movie Unfriended in a way, but done, of course, it was shot better. It wasn't shot like straight through like webcams and all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty much about this college girl named Laura. She's kind of a popular girl. She has her own little clique. She has like over 800 friends on Facebook. And one day, she accepts a friend request from this one weird girl that's in one of her classes. You know, one of those weird girls that's always wearing like hoodies and just kind of dark and just kind of weird. And she accepts a friend request from this girl, and then after that, all hell breaks loose, and something really bad happens to the girl, and starts slowly happening to her Laura and her friends and everything like that. And it turns out to be not too good for them, but at the same time, just really kind of predictable. It really wasn't that scary whatsoever. I would say like the first 15-20 minutes of the movie were kind of interesting. You know, in the way I'm like, oh, this could be kind of cool, and then it went nowhere for me. You know what I mean? I was just kind of like, oh, it was kind of, you know, really kind of disappointing. But it was better than Unfriended, in my opinion, the way it was shot and filmed and everything. But on here, of course, you get a little making of featurette, which is like 12 minutes long. But if you guys love weird, you know, horror movies like Unfriended, you might like this one. But I just can't recommend this one at all. And next up over here from Lionsgate Entertainment also is one of my favorite action movies of all time, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that is Terminator 2: Judgment Day, the new 4K edition here. Of course, you get the new cut of the film on 4K when James Cameron went in and like, you know, changed up some of the effects and the color palette and, you know, color scheme of the film and everything. But there were certain scenes when I was watching this now, it seemed like just a little bit different than it did in the past, because I've watched this movie so many times, and there was a part in the movie where, Arnold Schwarzenegger and John Connor are, you know, on that motorcycle chase and everything, and he's down in that thing, and that big truck is following him. I could have sworn I remembered seeing, you know, a stuntman in certain shots of the movie, you know, riding a motorcycle as he, you know, has a kid, and it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. But then it looks like in some shots now it's Arnold Schwarzenegger there and not the stuntman. Unless my eyes were playing tricks on me or something, it was just really kind of weird. But the 4K, it doesn't look as good as it could be to me. Like if in the close-up shots, it look really crisp and clear for, like, you know, like the nice close-up detail shots. But as the cameras are like a little farther back, it kind of looks like there's like a little, you know, Vaseline that got rubbed on the print or something. Not horrible, but like to me the Blu-ray looked a little bit better, and also the Blu-ray had a different color palette to it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain the color, you know, schemes and different things like that, but it felt like the colors were different between the 4K and the Blu-ray of the film. But other than that, guys, it's still one of my favorite action movies of all time. And you also get a lot of the special features that were on previous editions, but you also get a new 55-minute documentary on the making of the film with Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron, and producers and stuff talking about the making of the film. Also, Edward Furlong in there talking about how it was making the movie. And I thought it was a really fun making of featurette on here. Well, not featurette, it's like, almost an hour long. But I didn't know this was the very first movie that cost $100 million to make, because that's what James Cameron was talking about in the documentary. Is like, this was the first $100 million movie. Was it? You know what I mean? I'm like, there was a bunch of other movies. Wasn't Wizard of Oz spent a lot of money on making a movie? I don't know. But I don't know the history when it comes to stuff like that. But it was an entertaining making of featurette on here. But if you love Terminator, you guys are going to definitely have to upgrade. It does look a lot better than the previous edition to me. At least the Blu-ray version of it does, because the 4K looks good, but just a little off, in my opinion. And next up over here, and last up for this Hoarding Up video today, is a film that one of my good friends made, and it's called Open here on DVD. It's a story of this gay couple named Dave and Kyle, who have been married and together for 10 years in a nice happy marriage. But yet, a couple of their friends that are gay also, they notice they have an open relationship, so they're out dating other guys, hanging out with other guys, doing other things. So they decide, hey, how about we have an open relationship and see what happens. And it's them doing so, and just the hilarity that ensues from there. I ended up seeing this movie at the LA premiere, thinking it was just a lot of fun, a really, really funny film. It's directed and stars one of my favorite friends in here, Bruce Hart. And it's not directed by him. It's directed by his brother Paul. But it's just a really funny, quirky movie. From a lot of the stars of the Eating Out series. If you guys remember those ones from back in the day, you get one of my best friends, Dante the comic, in here. Rebecca Cochin. It's just a lot of fun. If you guys love independent comedy films, I think you guys would get a kick out of this one right here. I'll leave a link to where you can buy one on Amazon in the description box of this video if you guys want to check it out. Also, if I find the trailer of it, I'll leave a link for the trailer. Me and Aaron that you see in my videos all the time saw the premiere, and even Aaron liked it. You know what I mean? Aaron's just all like a hardcore horror fan, and he even liked this one. But that's the movie Open here on DVD. Please support my friends if you guys want to pick up a copy of your own. But thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my videos. I really do appreciate it. And also, one last thing. My friend 90s, you can still vote for her to win a trip to Cancun. I'll have a link for that down below in the description box. There's like 5 days left for you guys to vote, so vote for her. I'll leave a link down below for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.